So we are back at it again with another video, and I know you guys are probably hoping that this is on the race car, but this is on the camper. We have still made a ton of progress on the race car, but we've also been making progress in the camper as well. Now this should be probably the last camper video. I was kind of expecting to have more videos of this, but we're almost done actually with the inside, so that's kind of it. So this is going to be our final camper video of this winter. This is us kind of, we're going to go through and hang up all the light fixtures. We're going to finish up the flooring and ended up mounting up the table again in the correct spot, and just overall going through and finishing up all of our projects that aren't quite done yet. So that's going to be today's video. Thanks for watching and enjoy. So last night after we got done working on the race car, we headed to town and got the correct fixtures for the lights here. So that's going to be today's project. We're going to work on putting those on and getting them all secured to the wall. So the first thing we needed to do to get these light fixtures on the wall was to get them all wired up. So number one, I had to go through and strip these wires. And after I did that, it was pretty simple to get done. I'm no electrician, but those wires were much tougher than wires that I normally do. So I don't know if they're different or anything, but they were a little bit tougher. And so I riveted the holder on and was able to get the fixture itself up with no issues. I apologize for the blurry shot. My coat kept getting in the way because it was freezing outside. And then I had to take that nut off and go through and put the glass piece on just to make it look really nice. Now we move over to the other side, and we just put wire nuts on them when we took them apart just so they didn't cause any issues down the road. Once again, had to strip both sides of the wires, and I don't know if I was getting better at it or whatnot, but it was a little bit easier on this side than the other side. Then you had to drill the holes to mount, obviously too. All that they had in there before was screws, but Dad figured rivets would probably hold a little bit better. So we got our holes drilled, and this didn't have to be straight because you can adjust it. Had to give her a little tap because our drill bit wasn't quite big enough. And then pop the rivet in there. And these are rivets that we bought to use on the race car, but weren't exactly what we were hoping for. So I ended up using them in the camper as they gripped just as good. Now you can see me twisting a wire nut on the two wires to get these things wired up together. And as I mentioned in the previous videos, light bulbs, we were thinking wiring was wrong, but just wrong light bulbs. And then same thing over here, twist those little nuts on there and get it fastened to the wall. Then we moved up to the front of the camper. We were adding this transition from the front carpet to the back flooring. We had to leave the flooring up, or the carpet up front, just because it would have been very difficult to hardwood. So here you can see me running screws into those to fasten that to the ground. So today we're back out in the camper. It's winter, so it's getting dark out here, and our curtains just arrived. So me and Dad are hanging curtain rods up underneath here. We got 3 windows to do here in the back. We did the front ones already, but we're gonna hang them up in the back here now, and then hopefully this back room should be about done by then. I apologize for the bad lighting. It was getting dark outside, so I needed to turn that light on so I could see what I was doing. But here you can see me popping a rivet, which we also use rivets on these, popping a rivet into the curtain holder, and also giving it a little tap because I'm still using the same drill bit, and fastening this to the wall. And I had to do this on both sides, and there was 3 windows in the back, so we had to do it on all 3 windows on the back, as well as, I don't know, I bet you there's 5 windows in the front that we had to do it on. So we were able to get all that done. And this one we were having a little bit of issues with getting the riveter up in there to get it tight enough. So we're running into issues there, but we got her figured out. And here we had to replace some paneling on this wall, so we ended up having to take all the table mounts off. But here you can see me drilling holes to get them back in, and then using rivets to hold that together as well. So far the rivets have been holding great. And then here you can see our final product of the table. Obviously we have some more cleaning to do, but that's what it's going to look like. And so that's about it for the camper. We got our lights hung up, we got all of our curtains hung up. And like I mentioned in the last video, we were having trouble finding light bulbs for RVs because they're 12 volt, and I didn't even think anything of that, but it's kind of weird. But we found them, got them working. A couple of the shots got a little blurry because it's cold here, so we had a coat on and it was getting in the way and stuff like that. But overall, really happy with how the camper's turning out, and I think it should be about it for the inside. We painted it, did some flooring work. Go check out the other video if you haven't already. We put new cushions on for the table, and overall just trying to make something that wasn't the greatest just a little bit better. So it's kind of comfortable for our family now. We are able to fit everybody in there more so than we could at the ambulance. So yeah, that's going to end today's video. I think that's about all for the camper. We put a couch in there already. I didn't get any video of that, but got a couch in there. And yeah, I couldn't be more excited for this next race season. But that's going to end today's video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We have another garage video of the race car coming out next week and all the body work on that. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. I boom boom boom. Out with the lights.